Uh, yeah, it happened again. Have to pull the Twitch VOD. So, yeah, I don't want to lose the beginning of Azure Gleam or having to redo it, as the case may be. So I basically have no choice but to sit here and record for 2 freaking hours. So there we go. There might be a bit of audio desyncing and other issues, so please bear with me on that. But I hope you enjoy this VOD of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, the start of Azure Gleam. Bit of a short session because I had other stuff I had to do, but here we go. Alright, I will hit record, make sure everything's working, and we will get started. That's how you get my keys out of my butt pocket. And adjust my webcam. As Twitch, it fails to recognize that my Twitch app fails to recognize I'm live, but Neko does not. Hey Neko. Ready for me to start Azure Gleam? And yes, I have been doing a New Game Plus file of Scarlet Blaze because I frickin' enjoyed it. Let that be an indicator of how much I am enjoying Three Hopes. But yes, we got up to the end of a chance encounter, which ended the Scarlet Blaze playthrough, because I was testing out the parameters of New Game Plus. So, one last quick thing. As I kick my keyboard. Might have to chop off a little early today because my roommate may or may not need the internet when he gets back. We will see. You have an Azure Gleam save file with New Game Plus. Well, technically this is a New Game Plus file for Azure Gleam, as I am basically doing what I planned to do with Three Houses, which was, go normal, then on each subsequent playthrough, just accept New Game Plus as a thing. So, but what's great about this is, as you will see once we get into the actual map, the New Game Plus stuff does just straight carry over, levels and everything. It's basically, in my opinion, even though I do stand behind, I do like Three Houses' New Game Plus, I will demonstrably say that this one's better. Because it carries everything over, and it even mitigates support grind, which is just... what? But regardless, let us begin. We're technically starting from Chapter 2, but that's okay, because that's where Azure Gleam actually starts.
Three Houses.
And yes, we are doing a...
Deep in the forest, the mercenary meets a trio of youths, each a student at Garreg Mach's Officers Academy, and a leader of one of the school's three houses. Striking down the bandit chief who attacked the students brings undue attention to the mercenary, who soon arrives at the hallowed gates of Garreg Mach.
I know almost all of this is going to be the same until we actually select the house, but... oh yeah, by the way, because of my New Game Plus file, I also added a Story Plus for Hubert and Dorothea.
May I present the mercenary I spoke of?
Greetings. My name is Rhea, and I am the Archbishop of the Church of Saros. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for rescuing our students.
It was nothing. You take a job, you make sure it gets done. That's what a mercenary does.
I see you do not lack for confidence.
However, the reason we summoned you here was not simply to express our gratitude. We have a proposal for you, one made on behalf of the church itself.
What kind of proposal?
Someone told you of the Officers' Academy here at the monastery, yes? We would have you join this academy as a student.
You what?
Though you are a mercenary, I understand you are not currently beholden to any one particular employer. Also, the students you rescued are close to your own age. Your life could be greatly enriched here.
Or she's heard about our power and wants to keep us on a short leash.
And it's definitely the latter.
And yet she's taking it almost as a given that we'll accept. It's infuriating.
I need to get stronger if I'm gonna do what I need to. If your fancy school can really make that happen, consider me interested.
The Knights of Saros, as well as many other powerful warriors, pass daily through the gates of this hallowed monastery. If strength is what you are after, we can certainly provide it in spades.
They've really talked us into a corner here. I think I see where this is going.
Yep.
All right, I'm in.
A wise decision. We will do all we can to ensure you do not regret it.
I believe you will go far.
If I may, permit me to tell you a bit more about the school itself. The academy is divided into 3 houses and draws in the most promising young talent. Some are noble-born. We ask our...
Yeah,
Each of our
let's just
houses
keep on.
corresponds. Edelgard leads the Black Eagle. Dimitri leads the Blue Lion House, home to students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. And Claude leads the Golden Deer House, for students from the Leicester Alliance.
We could select a house for you ourselves, but as all of this was our idea, perhaps we should leave this decision to you. You are something of a special case, after all.
So I can join any house I want?
Yes, you have simply to name it.
Let's go Azure Gleam, as I stated.
So you wish to join Dimitri's Blue Lions. Are you certain?
Yep.
Yep, that's the one. I'm sure of it.
May you build wonderful and lasting friendships in your new house.
Well then, with that taken care of, it's time to decide which of us will supervise which house.
Yes, it turns out we just underwent a last-minute roster change.
Yeah.
I guess you two haven't met. This is Professor Yuritsa, our weapons instructor.
Hello.
Nice meeting you, sir. Don't load me up with too much homework, all right?
Do my ears deceive me? Or is that curiosity I hear in your voice, Professor Yuritsa? I thought all the houses were the same to you. Perhaps you should be in charge of our new student's house,
I don't care. You decide.
Well, you'll certainly hear no objections from me. Professor Manuela, you and I can take charge of the remaining houses.
What? It's decided already? I was at least expecting a fight. Maybe some hair pulling? And as for you, my mysterious new student, I look forward to getting to know you much, much better throughout the year.
The gall of these people making decisions for you. It's enough to make one's head spin.
Right. In any case, I'm looking forward to learning from you, Professor Yuritsa.
I'll inform you of our first mission soon.
Sorry, what mission?
Oh, did we fail to mention that? Each month, every house in the Academy is given a mission entailing some form of service to the church.
So the students of the Blue Lion House are now playable. Dimitri, who's at level 1 because I've never done Azure Gleam before. Dedu, who's also level 1 because I've never done Azure Gleam before. Felix, because he was not playable on Scarlet Blaze. Mercedes is a level 40 Gramarye. Oh god. I feel so sorry for the early game. Jesus, look at her magic stat. Oh my god. Oh, I feel so bad for the early game. Jesus Christ. Ash is level 31 archer because I didn't put much work into him, but yeah, still. Annette, because she wasn't recruitable, because Scarlet Blaze, he's just had to be awful in that regard. Unfortunately, I've spoiled something about Golden Wildfire that's going to make me go bleh, but we'll see. And Sylvain, of course, because he would rather die. Same with Ingrid.
Professor Yuritsa told me the good news. Welcome to the Blue Lion House.
Of course, I'll let this scene
I'm
play
excited
because
for us to learn and grow together. But for now, please, make yourself at home.
Our whole house has been buzzing since we heard you were getting assigned here. So, we're going to treat you to a welcome feast tonight. Assuming you're okay with the fancy offerings at the dining hall, that is.
On behalf of the Blue Lions, can I just say we are honored to have such a lovely young woman join our ranks? I mean that. I
Sylvain.
can't think of a better way to get to know each other than gathering around the table for a meal.
Enough chatter. You're a mercenary, right? How's your swordsmanship?
Of course, that's the first thing Sylvain and Felix jump to.
Passing marks. But I won't know for sure until we cross blades at the training grounds. I'll see you there before dinner.
That's no way to talk, Felix. You were being rude. Still, I must admit I'm curious as well. Rumor has it you're quite the exceptional fighter. I'm happy to spar with any of you. Frankly, this brings me right back to my old merc buddies.
Trade blows if you must, but please try not to injure each other.
The training grounds can be a little tough to find. Oh, why don't I show you the way later? Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. One wrong turn and you're up in the library staring down the tallest stack of books you've ever seen.
One wrong turn? That takes like 3.
Monastery in Fodlan, so it's easy to get lost if you let your mind wander.
If you struggle to settle in, say so. You helped His Highness. We are in your debt.
Remember your mission?
We are to stamp out what's left of the Iron King's thieves. If I may, Professor, it seems a bit challenging for a first mission.
But their leader, Costas, has already been dealt with. If the Professor thinks us capable of mopping up the rest, I trust his judgment.
Good. Prepare yourself.
Of course, Professor... Oh, he's gone.
Professor Yuritsa isn't much of a talker. Or easy to talk to, for that matter.
I'm certain you'll get used to him. He may be a touch curt, but he's not a bad person at heart.
Still, bandit hunting right out of the gate? This is quite the mission.
After the events in the mountains, I hesitate to put His Highness in further danger.
You worry too much to do. Besides, we have a trustworthy new ally coming with us.
I've given bandits a dirt nap before, and I'll do it again.
Huh, well, I'm convinced. Whatever the case, we should be doubly prepared. And we'll be counting on our mercenary friend here to assist us.
Sure thing, Dimitri. You just keep counting while I'm off racking up all the glory.
Oh, that was good. Did I give a plus for humor?
There you are, Yuritsa. I have word from the knights.
It is time.
Yes. The bandits have fled north into the canyon bordering Count Ro's land in the kingdom. But the knights have cut off their escape, and now stand ready to provide whatever support the students may require.
We'll leave at once.
I needn't remind you, this is the first real battle for some of our charges. I trust you will keep them safe, though I likely do not need to worry with an old hand like you at their side.
No, you don't.
You don't. You there. It's time for the mission. Gather the others.
About time we saw some action.
I do not see me putting a plus for humor, so I'm gonna put a story plus for
Lost
humor.
sight of them.
Ashamed to admit it, but yes. It's possible someone magicked the bandits away. But why go to that kind of trouble for a handful of highwaymen scum?
So be it. We'll follow the blood scent.
Right, of course. We'll follow... Wait, what?
We're leaving. Everyone, follow me.
Professor Yuritsa, where are you going? Well, he must have deduced where the bandits are. We should keep pace.
Pathetic.
Professor, it does not seem wise to charge ahead without... Hmm? What's this?
From the look of it, they're bandits. Or they were.
Dead by my hand.
Whoa. Wait, so are these the bad guys we were after?
Most likely. I caught them trying to escape to that fortress.
Interesting. That must be their stronghold.
In that case, we'd better clean the place out before they harm the nearby villages.
They've got their tails between their legs now, so this should be easy. Let's go.
Whoa there. Doesn't this whole fortress thing raise red flags for anyone else?
I agree. If this is their stronghold, why are there no signs of life?
It could be a trap to lure us in.
We'll be heroes if we manage to take out an entire bandit outpost. This is the kind of stuff I live for.
I wouldn't go that far, but I agree we need to investigate, especially if something seems off.
The decision is not ours to make.
That's right. We're still on a mission after all. It's up to Professor Yuritsa.
And I say, enter the fortress. Dispatch any bandits you find.
But isn't it dangerous for us to go by ourselves?
There can't be more than a handful. You should have no issue. If need be, I will intervene.
Yeah, you sound confident, but I've still got a bad feeling about this.
Brace for the worst. No guts, no glory, am I right?
Should things go awry, Your Highness, stay behind me.
If things go awry, I will fall back. And I expect the rest of you to do the same.
I'm more than ready for this fortress. Let's see if it's ready for me.
Well,
If the
yes,
professor's
but
with
that's
us,
because
I'm
you
certain we'll be fine.
who are low level.
Then it's settled. Stay vigilant, everyone.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's kick some ass. Yuritsa is only level 2 in this one. Fair enough. So yeah, we have a level 67 Asura and a level 31 Archer. I think we got this.
We'll put the bandits to rout. Follow me.
Huh? Hey, we got intruders!
Here comes whoever they are. Looks like we'll have to fight our way out of this.
Let's give Ash some points.
Well, that was something. Moving on.
I made it. So this is what real battle is like.
Yeah, expect the early game battles to go by like ridiculously quick because I'm technically cheating.
My life depends on it.
Now we know who to kill to open the gate.
Sorry, everyone. I tried to stop them.
Let's secure the interior. This place is bigger than I thought. Split up.
I pray they find peace in the grave.
Yeah.
A treasure chest. We'll need to find the key.
I can get it open without one if you want. I'm not exactly proud of that skill, but...
I was all ready to grab a nice haul from that chest. And now those intruders are all over the thing.
I know who has the key.
Take a breather.
My turn!
This mission has gotten out of hand.
I suppose this isn't exactly a trap, but I still don't know what to expect from where.
Yeah. I did too. That's a nice touch. Nice little character moment for Ash.
I'm going.
I shall take the...
Take a breather.
Bye-bye. Of course he did. He's high enough level. Oh crap, I'm going the wrong way. Because of course I am.
It's an old structure, but very well built. These ruffians are lucky to have such a perfect hideout.
There. We've taken control of the fortress. Now, let us have a look around.
Search the basement. Something is amiss.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, I like that. Dimitri's like... Edelgard was like, well, that takes care of everything, unless something else is bugging you, Professor Yuritsa. Meanwhile, Dimitri's like, yeah, let's explore. I like that little bit of... I like that contrast, because Edelgard is like wanting to explore, but she has to hide it.
A prisoner down here.
Meanwhile, Dimitri's just like, yeah,
She
let's
looks like
explore.
An academy student?
Don't mind me, just trying to S-rank this stuff. I guess I don't need to worry, because there should be some more enemies when Monica shows up, so never mind. There we go. When Kranya shows up, I mean. Monica's right here. Oh my god.
Are you here to rescue me?
Are you alright? What are you doing here? Never mind. We can discuss that later.
Thank you for saving me.
Don't let the girl escape, or Kranya will make us wish we were dead.
It's not safe here. We must take the girl and run.
They're after the girl. Well, we shook this hornet's nest, so it's on us to keep her safe.
Yeah. I like that you understand that, Felix. I really do. Yeah, as I said.
Now's our chance to give him the slip.
More bandits that eluded us. Leave none alive.
Side mission. Go kick that last thief's butt.
Okay. We should be safe here. I mean, I hope we are at least.
All right. Who came in here and trashed my beautiful stronghold?
Hi, Kranya.
Hi there. I'm Kranya, but you can just call me the lady that's about to murder you. Or, you know, don't.
It's her. So be it. Kill her.
How much time do I have left? Oh, I got plenty of time.
Good. That's the last of them.
So, if you've got any pretty last words lined up, now would be the time. Not that I'm going to pay attention.
Well, especially considering you're already defeated.
You asked for it.
Release the creature we captured.
Uh-huh. Here's the wild demonic beast. I should leave it be for a few
Some sort of
bit.
beast. Get ready, everyone. We have to take it down.
Attack in force. You'll never defeat it alone.
All the numbers in the world won't save you. I am here to aid you.
This is going to be a long fight.
Its strength fades. Don't let up.
Bye-bye.
They defeated a demonic beast? Impossible! Talus isn't going to like this at all. You'll pay for this. You'll all pay.
These names are wholly unfamiliar to me. But at least we won the day.
Oh, you'll become more familiar with them later, Dimitri. Don't you worry about that. Speaking of...
I must keep aiming higher.
I won't let myself stop here.
How can I best use this power?
And you better believe I'm going to be upping Dimitri's level.
We should be safe here for the time being.
Because I already have a...
I'm well
speaking
acquainted
of
with
that...
Professor Yuritsa, but the rest of you are this year's Blue Lions, I presume?
That's correct. But if I may, how did you come to be wearing our uniform? Also, how do you know Professor Yuritsa? Were you enrolled at the Officers' Academy?
She's one of last year's students. A Black Eagle.
That would make you our senior, but what are you doing in a place like this?
Well, I was just on the verge of graduation last year when I was kidnapped by the strangest people. In truth, I thought I'd never breathe fresh air again. Thank you for coming when you did. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Monica von Ox, eldest daughter of the Empire's Baron Ox.
Yes. I think I understand. This all began when the knights lost sight of the bandits and you gave chase. Afterward, you entered a suspicious fortress and rescued a missing student. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll be sure to smooth things over for you once we're back.
Sounds good. But, why are you even here, Alois?
Because the knights sent for help after you left them behind. Did you expect anything different? Not that I'm trying to lay blame at your feet. I know you were following Professor Yuritsa's lead, so I think everyone involved can head home knowing they did just swell. For as you know, all's swell that ends swell.
I'm still with your hits on that one.
I find this a rather grave turn of events. To think the same bandits who attacked our charges were behind another student's abduction.
Hmm? I never said I was kidnapped by bandits.
You didn't?
We saw others in the fortress. People who were clearly not bandits. This is just a thought. But what if they were the ones truly in charge, and the bandits mere pawns?
Yeah, there was one real piece of work. Kranya, I think, who managed to escape. I've seen all kinds of people as a mercenary, and she was definitely not your everyday bandit.
You're on the right path. Perhaps I should just tell you who kidnapped me, seeing as I already know.
What? Why didn't you mention this earlier?
Because she didn't have a
Everyone
chance.
was busy speculating, so it was difficult to cut in.
Exactly.
What do you know, child? Out with it.
Well, the one who kidnapped me was Tomas the librarian. I'm certain of it. I could tell from his gait, and how he held his staff. I suppose he isn't the simple scholar you think he is.
Tomas? Impossible.
But Tomas has been at Garrick Mach even longer than I have. I don't want to believe it, but based on what you say, we've no choice but to investigate.
But Sir Alois...
Be on guard. If Tomas is in league with Kranya, he is dangerous.
Yeah.
Very well. I will quietly report the matter to Lady Rhea and leave the decision in her hands.
Good.
Not a word of this to anyone. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Well, now things are getting interesting. Honestly, did not see this coming. So what do you make of this Kranya? Why do you think she was at the fortress?
You seemed preoccupied with her during the battle. She a friend of yours?
Sadly, I wouldn't know. My memory is but a shadow at this point. Gone, vanished, lost. I remember meeting you, but before that, nothing at all. And yet, the moment I saw her, I was struck with the most inexplicable feeling. I couldn't tell you if it was revulsion or affection. It was simply pure emotion.
And here I thought I had it tough.
Are you worried about me? How adorable! Oh, but I do love that about you.
Well, I mean, working together for 6 months kind
So,
of
the knights
built
have
a
been ordered
bond.
to apprehend Tomas. As it happens, he's been absent from Garrick Mach for the last several days. They are using this opportunity to prepare quietly and intend to seize him upon his return.
Hard to believe someone within the monastery was working against us.
It's shocking, yes, but we have testimony from the very person he abducted, not to mention all the other evidence they found. No surprise they want to bring the guy in.
At the very least,
This
question
could be our
him.
only chance to find out about his co-conspirators. So who is this Tomas guy anyway? You say he works in the library?
He used to help me track down all manner of obscure books. I always thought he was just a kind old man. Tomas is the last person I'd picture as a murderous kidnapper.
Yeah,
I
that's
asked
because of his
around, and It
guys.
seems he's been in his current position for over 40 years. Why he choose to lash out at the church now is beyond me.
Maybe his feelings aren't new. There could have been troubling signs for a while that we aren't aware of.
Even if that's true, what is the point of kidnapping a student? Ransom, maybe? The kidnapped student is from an imperial house.
Or maybe he wants to tarnish the church's reputation.
Wow, look at you reasoning things out. Your new friends must be rubbing off on you.
Your Highness, did this man hire the bandits that attacked you in the mountains?
That's what I'm told, but I've yet to confirm it. There is evidence that seems to link them.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to feel a lot less safe after this.
You're not alone. Rumors are flying around the monastery about who else might be a traitor.
You'd think the church would do a better job vetting the people they employ.
Maybe it's not so easy to... Hey, do you hear that? Something's happening outside.
Are they ready at the gates?
Yes, sir. Every exit is covered.
Well, well, it sounds like Tomas has returned. I don't know why I know this, but you need to get out there, and quickly.
I think he's here. I'll be back.
Shouldn't we take a moment to... Very well. We'll be right behind you.
There he is!
That man down there.
Lady Rhea wants to speak with you. I suggest you accept.
This doddering persona of mine will benefit me no further.
What is this?
Familiar, right?
Such hubris from mere vermin. You will pay for this.
Find him!
Right. What he did was just like...
Yep. Alrighty. I'm gonna AFK briefly. Then we gotta talk about Solon, actually, because... I gotta explain why he's a story negative. I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna AFK briefly. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, Solon, story negative. The reason for that, as I close my door, is actually pretty simple. Solon doesn't add anything to the story. In fact, while we're on the subject, I think I should do the same for Kronya, for the exact same reason. Neither Solon nor Kronya add to my enjoyment of the work. To be blunt, I feel like they're literally just there so to legitimize the changes to the timeline, basically. Changes to the timeline, like changes to like how the story plays out. And I feel like that's to the detriment of the story, if I'm honest, because they don't really do anything with Solon. He just shows up. Reveals himself, helps to set the game's events in motion. Because apparently he can't warp away without transforming into Solon. And also apparently kidnapped Monica as Tomas. For a guy that was actually kind of, if you think about it, one of the more intelligent villains of Three Houses, him being really damn dumb is kind of a I mean, granted, I do think he was kind of dumb even in Three Houses, but if you actually look at it, a lot of his plans did make sense. It was just he was so arrogant to the point of ridiculousness that it was just, ugh, you know? But here it's just like he serves no purpose and he's literally just there to be a bad guy. Like, he literally serves the same... the same lack of purpose that Kronya served in Three Houses proper, because all Three Houses proper was okay, to be somebody will hang off of Edelgard's skirts while being disguised as Monica, kill Geralt, and then get killed by Solon. Like, we don't even get proper retribution against Kronya in Three Houses, and that really pisses me off something fierce, you know? And that's why both Solon and Kronya, as I have just decided, are story negatives. So, yeah. If for those that were wondering where the hell the story negatives were, well, there you go. Now I've started coming up with some. Moving on.
Prologue. Crisis in Ferdiad. Upon his return to Garreg Mach, the humble Tomas shapeshifts and flees, and not even the Knights of Saros' most concerted efforts can track down the erstwhile librarian. Dmitri elects to keep an eye on events from afar and not involve himself in the disturbance. Soon, however, an urgent message arrives from Ferdiad, capital of the Kingdom of Fargus.
Well, that was certainly an unexpected conclusion to the whole Tomas saga. Thanks to his shapeshifting ability, he slipped free of the Knights and escaped.
Shapeshifting.
Yes, that's what I said. Also, I know what you want to say next. His powers are just like the ones you gave me.
His powers are just like the ones you gave me. Are you in league with him, Arval? Where did these powers come from?
If I am in league with him, no one has informed me. All I have is you, my dear partner in destiny. Still, I saw what you saw. Clearly, we don't have a monopoly on shapeshifting.
And now that everyone knows about Tomas, some of them must have connected the dots back to me. At least they've had the grace to keep it to themselves.
It's because they trust you. Hold on, someone's coming.
Ah, there you are.
Something wrong?
No, I simply wanted to check in after the unsettling events of the other day.
I kinda try not to dwell on stuff like that, but I admit I'm having more trouble shrugging this off than usual. It's gonna make my life a lot harder if my powers end up being evil.
Perhaps. And yet... How do I put this? Power is neutral. The good or evil of it comes from the one who wields it. For example, I possess extreme strength, and have always believed this gift was bestowed upon me so that I might protect others.
I got AFK briefly to check something. Be false alarm as per usual. Ugh.
And you used your power to save us, which means it cannot possibly be evil.
Oops. There we go.
Didn't mean to fish for sympathy there, but, well, thanks.
My apologies if I overstepped.
I've been looking all over for you, Prince Dimitri. Her Grace the Archbishop is asking for you. She requests that you come to the audience chamber immediately. Duke Fraldarius has arrived for a visit.
Rodrigue is here? I'm on my way. Let us continue this discussion later.
Hold on. What did you say?
I've only just heard the news, so I'm a bit hazy on the finer points. But it seems my uncle has seized control of the capital and declared war on House Fraldarius. All signs point to him wanting to stamp the line out entirely.
That's Felix's family, right? They're one of the kingdom's leading houses. What does the royal family gain from eliminating them?
I'd wager it has to do with House Fraldarius supporting my claim to the throne.
The bigger question is why the Grand Duke chose to launch an offensive now of all times.
Whatever the reason, he must have decided to act before His Highness's coronation could take place.
My uncle claims House Fraldarius is attempting to install me as their puppet. As such, he issued a written appeal to the Western Lords to help him rescue me from the Duke's foul clutches, as he puts it.
In what cruel world would our noble house take the reins of a boor like you?
Don't ask me, it's his pretext.
So what exactly is going on in the capital? You said it's been seized.
Oh dear. I do hope nobody there has been met with foul play.
He's in no position to engage such a move until I've been removed from the situation.
I say the Regent should be dealt with. I haven't heard one good thing about his leadership.
I've no intention of becoming a pawn in this game. All the same, I must return to Fargus at once. Didu, you will accompany me.
As you wish, Your Highness.
Felix, I'm sure your father will contact you soon. For now, just wait for Rodrigue to weigh in.
Ash?
Sorry, it's just that Lenato used to be in the Grand Duke's service, so...
He is a man of compassion. It's not out of the question he'll be swayed to my uncle's side. Truth be told, we're not sure where anyone's allegiances lie at this point. So let's not hasten to conclusions, any of us. We must all keep level heads. I'm told you are sending the knights to help us, Lady Rhea. I do not wish to sound ungrateful, but are you sure you want to do that?
The Church of Saros cannot overlook this grievance.
Regrettably, many of our knights were dispatched elsewhere several days ago on another matter. However, while we may lack numbers, we have put together a unit of considerable skill. It will be captained by someone near and dear to you, in fact. Someone well suited to a mission within the kingdom.
Someone near to... Ah, of course. That is encouraging.
Since its very inception, we have watched over the kingdom of Fargus as one would their own child. When its peace is threatened, the Church has no choice but to act.
I have not forgotten your outpouring of aid after my father's passing 4 years ago. And I swear to repay that kindness in full.
One other thing. A suggestion, if you will, from the Church.
Interesting. So she wants all of us to go with you?
Yes. This time, the Knights of Saros will be accompanying us, in addition to Professor Yuritsa.
Well, I certainly don't mind. But Annie and Ash, what about you? You know I'm always behind you. But considering what it means for my uncle, I don't know. House Dominic's lands are surrounded by other houses that are likely to support Rufus's claim. If I join you, it could sour my family's relations with our neighbors.
I'll go. I mean, of course I don't want to get Lenato into any trouble. But I also know he'd want me to do what I think is right.
I'm sorry to place such a difficult decision on your shoulders, Ash. And what of you?
I'm really not sure about this. But I also have nothing to gain by staying here at the academy. Besides, I want to use my powers to help. After all, the good or evil of a thing comes from the person wielding it. Am I right?
Indeed it does. You have my thanks.
There you go again, throwing yourself headlong into the first conflict you find. No wonder I have to keep stepping in to guide you. Still, we basically have no choice, so run wild, I guess.
I'll inform you of the details soon. Please ensure you're prepared by then.
Bless you, Neko. Alright, so temporarily parted ways with a net. Because, yeah.
Got a sec?
Don't look so glum, Dimitri. Everyone fights with their family at some point in their life. You're a wit. You've a wit like a rapier. Perhaps I'll do. Keep doing that. Perhaps I'd do well to pick up on a bit of that cheer. I've had a missive sent to my uncle, but I wager I'll not receive a reply. Please continue with preparations so we can set out immediately if the fighting starts. Oh, I can't change anybody's stuff? That sucks. Oh well.
Yes?
Rodrigue.
Nice day we're having.
Well now, are you a student at the Officers Academy? I am Rodrigue Igakili Fraldarius. Why is that the word I'm tripping on? Fraldarius. God damn it. Excuse me. The very man of the center of the maelstrom we find ourselves in. And you have my apologies for getting you involved in their recent discord.
So basically...
So you must be Felix's dad. Indeed. I hear you have been quite a boon to my son.
Would it bother you?
Military strength will be essential if we are to take the royal capital, so I would ask your aid in the matter if at all possible.
Got a second?
Hey, cheer up, Felix. Your dad's getting worried. I know how unpleasant it feels to have people make weird claims about your family. Don't act as if you have it all figured out. That sort of thing would never bother me. So if that's not what's bothering you, why do you look like you just got punched in the gut? Because a certain someone's indecision is making me sick to my stomach.
Not good.
Look, if you're that concerned about His Highness, you should just say something to him. Why should the job of cheering him up fall on to me? And he's got a point.
Oh, that's right.
Now that I think about it, I heard something when we were leaving Garrick Mach. Evidently, Professor Yuritsa set out for the Imperial capital along with the Black Eagles. And if I'm not mistaken, most of the Knights of Saros had some business which kept them from joining us on this mission. I'm certain it's not Academy related, but I wonder what Annie and the others are doing. Gilbert.
This way.
I am Gilbert, charged with commanding the Knights of Saros in the coming battle. Should the need arise, I hope you will rely on me. I will not permit any harm to come to the students of the Officers' Academy. The fact that you were specifically dispatched there must mean you have some connection to the kingdom, or maybe even the royal capital. Indeed, but only slightly more than the other knights. However, that does not mean every one of the Blue Lions will be joining us.
Let's see.
Yeah, I guess Ed must have had some reason for not coming along, huh? I suppose so, yes. Yeah, honestly, I do not think that's why.
Well,
Are you sure this is okay, Ash? Lord Lenato was once a servant of the Grand Duke, after all. Yes, when he learned of the circumstances, he told me to hold on to what I believed it was just.
Let's see.
Lord Lenato's your adoptive father, right, Ash? He sounds like quite the man. Thanks. I hope to be just like him someday.
Let's give it a go.
Which is exactly why I'm going to do what I believe in, Ingrid. Don't worry. Maybe you really are suited to be a knight, Ash. And to do. I loathe the Grand Duke. He tried to harm His Highness on countless occasions. His Highness's first campaign was suppressing the rebellion in the West. That too was the plot of the Grand Duke. Only because of House Feldarius did His Highness emerge unscathed. Assassination attempts continued unceasingly in the palace afterward as well, and given what happened with King Lambert and Duskar, His Highness must be aware of this man's ill intent.
You have my thanks.
I see you have spoken with everyone. The consideration is much appreciated. We shall depart the moment everything is ready. Please be sure to rest until then.
The Duke has stamped out most of the troops who invaded Feldarius. As things stand, a clash on royal soil and eventually within the capital is inevitable. As you are the only blood kin I have, my lord, I pray we might find a way to resolve this conflict peacefully. Bah, what rubbish. He sings of conciliation, but I know a threat when I read it.
Shouldn't you take better care of a letter from your dear nephew, my lord?
He's not expecting a reply. The creature means to slay me.
Your fear of Prince Dimitri runs deeper than I thought. You shouldn't have missed your chance 4 years ago in Dusker, or 2 years ago during the suppression of the rebellion. That's twice you failed to kill him.
I've learned my lesson. A lion's cub is still a lion, and one cannot slay a lion with a clumsy scheme. It's those monstrous eyes, Cornelia. They terrify me. The boy is a vicious animal, yet he attempts to feign actual grief that we can't find common ground.
You know, maybe if you weren't a fucking power-hungry douchebag who killed his brother, maybe he wouldn't be a beast. I mean, for fuck's sakes, dude. Boar Mode was born during the tragedy of Dusker. Oh my god. First scene he's in, and he's already pissing me off. Yeah.
The aberrance of it shakes me to my core.
I understand completely.
You're an idiot.
Every night since I killed my brother, I dream a lion is ripping out my throat.
You'll run yourself ragged if you live your days in fear of revenge. You were meant to rule Fargus, and you have the power to make it so. Your royal army is the finest in the realm, and if I may be so bold, you also have me. Put your worries to rest, my king. Sleep deeply and without fear.
I'm so utterly tired. Tired of being afraid. Tired of what I've become. All of it.
Also, for the record, he was in the same cutscene as Cornelia. And I'm more pissed off at Rufus. Yeah. Like...
I see. And how much longer until Tullus gives the word?
I know only that something is amiss in the Imperial capital.
Curse it all! I am not waiting 1,000 years for that doddering old fool to act. Rally the Western Lords and their troops, and be quick about it. Have them make ready to intercept that whelp.
As you command, Cleobulus.
According to our scouts, the enemy has positioned their troops on the capital streets.
So they can use the townsfolk as shields when we take the fight to them. With vulgar tactics.
Well, now that we know their strategy, our next move will be critical. A victory stained with the people's blood achieves nothing. We'll need to move our forces swiftly, but with caution. Dadu, has there been a reply from my uncle?
Nothing of yet.
I thought not.
Your Highness, will you truly be able to strike Rufus down when the time comes?
I will do what is required of me.
Preparations are complete, Your Highness.
The people are waiting for you, Dimitri. Let's not keep them any longer.
No, we'd best not.
You're our commander, but you look like you're heading for a funeral. Could you maybe try not being so insufferable?
Apologies for my demeanor. I've more than a few things on my mind. But very well. Let's begin our final war council.
You look pale. Not keen on fighting your own blood?
Sadly, I saw this fight coming long ago.
Then what's the problem?
Now that I've brought the fight to the streets of the capital, I wonder if my actions are right. Most of the people here favor keeping the royal line of succession. That's because my father and the kings before him maintained peace inside these walls. But ever since my uncle seized power, the people have been forced to endure his licentious reign. Did you know they asked me to assume the throne before my time at the academy? They said only a true king could undo Rufus's misrule.
So why didn't you?
Because it would have divided the kingdom, just as it's doing now. Yet had I supported my uncle's claim, it would have been open rebellion. And the only way to prevent such a rebellion is to invade the capital and kill the regent. In other words, I cannot restore my grandfather's peace without first breaking it.
In that case, there's no reason to hesitate. You know fighting is the only answer here. You just have to accept it.
My apologies. I have a bad habit of agonizing over such things. And as all of you have come this far to help me, the least I can do is make an attempt at optimism.
So, I just realized something. Frick. Because I forgot to hit record. Oh, I can't believe I actually did that. Oh, but an hour and 10 minutes will certainly be a lot better than... a lot easier to manage than... another, so... ha! Yay! So, yay. Alright, so, we gotta kick Rufus's ass. We got limited deployment, so... thankfully, we're adding Mercedes to the mix. Along with Ash and Courtney, so, yeah. So, yeah.
As we feared, the soldiers are using the townsfolk as shields. What cowards!
And our first priority is to secure the people's safety. We'll start by eliminating guards on the capital perimeter. Commence the attack.
Leave this to me! This will go faster if we split into two groups.
I'll do what I must.
Boop.
They're coming! Shore up the defenses!
I almost broke a sweat there. Next! You'll pay. Out of the way!
There we go.
I've awaited this moment. Perimeter is secure. Things should be easier now that we know our backs are safe. Open the gates and seize the town. Ensure no harm comes to the people.
Ferdiad is large. We should divide and conquer.
Hey, are the front gates still closed off? We should probably open them up so we can get reinforcements in here, yeah?
A fine idea. And if things go awry, we might need another way out.
Well, he's a valiant one. Clearly that apple did not fall far from the tree.
To think they would involve innocent people! We must end this battle as soon as we can.
In that case, fling open the gates. Sorry, Your Highness. Stole your thunder there.
You're all right. Some nights we should have never let it come to this. Do not blame yourselves. However, if you seek to make amends, lend me your strength and help me reclaim the castle.
I do this for His Highness.
There's a lot of enemies around here. I probably should be letting others level, but I can always just use the camp after.
Forgive me, my lord. I see our enemy is somewhat competent. Deal with this Viscount Kleiman.
Worry not, Cornelia. We will save Prince Dimitri from that vile puppeteer who controls him.
We need to take care of those soldiers before we're boxed in.
I suggest we again divide our soldiers to deal with the multiple threats, Your Highness.
Please, Your Highness, you must see reason. We are only doing our duty.
Take him into custody. I have a lot of questions for him.
At once, Your Highness.
This is just sad. Can we please hurry and get this battle over with?
Well, we're making ridiculously good progress, so yeah. I can't do Shadow Slide? I can't do Shadow Slide. That sucks.
The town should be safe for the time being. Let's press on to the castle.
How do we breach the castle with the drawbridges up?
These people are hopelessly outnumbered. Unleash our units from the strongholds and crush them all.
This could be our chance. There are controls by the castle gates that lower the drawbridges. We can do so from within the strongholds.
Your Highness, the troops that escaped the castle have taken up position in the surrounding strongholds.
That won't do. We must retake them at once and ensure the town is safe for good.
If you're here to rescue us, give us the honor of joining you in battle.
Still improving.
Brilliant. This area is secure. Not a moment too soon, it seems.
Goodbye.
That's the last of the strongholds. Things should be much quieter around here from now on.
Oh, I can't go from this side? Damn it. I want the chest, damn it. There we go.
Well done. Now to lower the drawbridge.
And of course, the main entrance is blocked. We need to find another way in. Good. Now, if we lower the other drawbridge, we'll be able to attack the enemy from both sides.
Clearly underestimated the royal whelp. Time for someone to put him in his place.
Let's get that bridge down. Where are the controls?
Got it.
Now that we have access to both the east and west bridges, it's time to breach the capital, corner the traitors, and strike them down.
Hi, Cornelia.
My, this is your lucky day. I've decided that you deserve my personal attention.
And Rufus.
Ah, fate. You truly are whimsical. Will today mark my death or his? Either way, this farce will finally come to a close.
Heck is she? Okay then. This map is just weird. I'm gonna go over part-time if this keeps up.
So, it's come to this at last. Well, Dimitri, if you want my head, then come claim it.
I intend to, Uncle.
On our pride as knights, we will defend our liege to the last!
I have long hoped for a day we might finally see eye to eye.
Foolish child. A man and a monster can never come together.
Give me a sec. Ah, okay.
I should have killed you at Dusker when I had the chance.
House Darius has endured the most ludicrous of accusations because of you.
What are you waiting for, monster? Kill me. Avenge your father.
Bind that man and take him away.
My turn?
Okay, this map is definitely gearing towards a gameplay negative. Holy fuck. Are you serious right now? Oh, and I don't have access to my... Wow. Why? Just why? I am gonna go past the frickin' time limit at this point. Fuck.
We will proceed as planned. We must strike.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Not a problem.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous. Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
Shall we? Let's get...
Just everybody get over there. God, this map is way too big. If I keep going the wrong way, that's going to be even worse. Good Lord, what the hell are you doing over here?
Oh, why the long faces? Does our hospitality displease you so?
It's not the hospitality that's my problem, Cornelia. It's you still being alive.
Oh my, what fascinating power you possess.
Sure is. But if you think I need it to beat you, think again.
Look at me getting wrapped up in my fun again. But sadly, I must bid you farewell.
She's slippery, that one.
Okay, there we
Highness,
go.
We are moving Rufus to a cell and preparing him for questioning.
Good, thank you. I will join you shortly. Raise your voices with me, friends. You fought hard this day, and now victory is ours.
Ugh. Gameplay negative for Crisis and Verdiad. I guess I was right about the whole when we get to other routes. You know, it's the gameplay or the negatives are going to start flowing. Because it's happening.
I suppose I've improved.
Okay. 68.
Gotta keep aiming.
I can't wait.
No, this is not my peak.
Well, obviously not to do. Come on now. Alright. Cutscene time.
Something you feel like saying?
No.
All traitors get put to the sword. It's his duty as king.
Final words?
None for you. But tell me something, boy. Does it trouble you to slay your own kin? What a surprise. I did not think you capable of sympathy, craven monster that you are.
Yes. But either way, I do what I must.
Well, to perish by your hand, it is a fate that I much deserve.
Which leaves the Lords Elidor, Mateus, and Kleiman. We believe they, as well as many powerful Western lords, were accomplices in the assassination of the late king. Along with the Grand Duke, they seem to have received large sums of money and supplies from the imperial nobility. Thinking this to be recompense for the assassination in Duscur, we investigated the link further. In 1171, the mage Cornelia arranged for a certain powerful imperial family to come to the kingdom.
That's the year when my step-uncle, Lord Arundel, brought Edelgard here in exile.
Correct. We think Lord Arundel and his followers were behind the matter. They have deep ties to the imperial household.
as I suspected. You're a clever man, Margrave Gautier. Well done.
Thank you, Your Highness.
If we continue wringing information out of them at this pace, we'll soon have a clear picture of what transpired.
My uncle's attendants must also confess to the slaughter in Dusker. But now that things have come this far, we can't expect the Western Lords to stay silent. We need a way to keep them far from power.
Oh, there are always ways, provided you're willing to keep all your options open.
Yes, I suppose so. Let us speak more of this later. For now, spread word of what you have found to every palace and pub in the land. That should help keep the lords in check.
Is that wise, Your Highness? If we announce that Rufus was involved in the tragedy of Dusker,
I will not feed my people half-truths. They deserve to know.
I've always admired that candor, Your Highness. Yet such news is sure to create a degree of unrest in the kingdom.
So you suggest we bury the truth? Should it somehow come to light, the people's faith in me will be forever shaken.
No, say it now.
Ever to part ways with our bloody past. This is the path we must walk.
Yeah, say it now and give the people time to adjust. Don't keep it buried.
nor the rest of Fargus, many of whom will not be so quick to forgive.
We thought you might say as much, which is why His Highness and I have devised a solution. I will resign the title of Duke and pass it to my heir.
Oh.
Spare me, Rodrigue. One person with wild ideas is already one too many.
It's not wild at all, Matthias. Someone must bear responsibility for what happened in Dusker. People will naturally seek to point the finger at His Highness, and we need him unsullied if he is to lead. Someone has to get down in the mud and bear the slings and arrows for him. Who better for such a task than me?
Rodrigue will abandon his title and work with Dedue to restore harmony between our people. I'm not asking him to take his life. Rather, he offered to spend it to set things to rights.
In that case, we've only to deal with the issue of the throne. I believe we should move forward with your coronation straight away.
I know I'm not only gonna get blasted for this, but this is already 100 times better written than fucking Azure Moon. I know I'm gonna get blasted for that, but
My time at the Officers Academy was a valuable experience, but I belong here now. Obviously, Felix won't be able to return either. Have him come to me later, so I can deliver the news and an apology.
I've already had a word and told him what must be done. You've no need to apologize.
Yes, I have. As for you, Gustav, you'll also be staying here in the kingdom.
But I abandoned my homeland. There can be no place for me in Fargus.
I will make a place for you. I need your help. Lady Rhea will understand.
It would be my great honor, Your Highness.
Send word to the church and the lords. Count Galatea will be in charge of contacting the south. Now, there's another topic I'd like to discuss. I wish to reorganize my army. Since I have you all assembled, I'd like to hear your suggestions.
You still working, Dimitri? Have you even slept since the battle?
Never mind that. There's a favor I've been meaning to ask of you. It won't happen right away, but I'm considering the formation of a new private army. I need someone to captain them, and I was hoping it might be you.
And what does the leader of the kingdom need with a private army?
I fear my uncle may have rubbed off on too many of my knights. I'm not saying they're all bad, but it's clear as day that bribery ran rampant. To rectify the matter, I'm looking into a complete reorganization of the army. These next several years will be an age of civil war, and I want to be surrounded with the best and most loyal soldiers I can find.
Which is also why Edelgard was able to prep for her war unopposed, because Dimitri was dealing with unrest in the kingdom. Holy crap.
Well, that does sound interesting. Still, I'm just a regular old grunt. Why put me in charge?
Because this will be an army of commoners, not knights and nobles. A mercenary like you is far more likely to earn their trust than some stuffy noble who's never known a day of hardship. Please, allow me to be clear. This is not an order. If you'd rather return to the academy, you're free to do so.
Are you kidding? I'm in. Thank you, Dimitri.
Having put down Rufus's revolt and ended his uncle's life, Dimitri draws closer to the truth regarding the tragedy of Duscur, and also begins the process of ascending the throne. All the while, the Adrestian Empire deals with a fierce power struggle in its capital, Enbar, while the Leicester Alliance finds themselves pitted against an invading Olmyran horde.
Which we will deal with on the next playthrough.
Realizing the troubles of Fodlan will fall squarely on her young students' shoulders, Archbishop Rhea closes the Officers' Academy and permits her charges to return home.
And that's it for the prologue. Alright. I hate to cut this short. I really do. But unfortunately, I do have to cut this short because I need to go meet up with Matt. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but I would like to, and yeah, it's better if I can go get what I need to deal with all that shit. So, tomorrow there will be no I hate that I had to cut this one short, but tomorrow there is not going to be any stream, and I'm gonna have to just edit this. But that's okay, because I can do that. Actually, I can get that on Friday and then get that set up. Okay. We're good. Sorry, thinking out loud. Probably gonna do some splicing, and stuff, which is fun. Yeah. In fact, I might even just abandon. In fact, I'm just gonna abandon this recording. And just I'll just I'm just gonna redo it because it's only not even a 2-hour thing. Regardless, though, I'm gonna chop this off here. I know this one's super short, but again, this month just doesn't want to stop fucking me around. It's basically what that boils down to. I mean, today it's technically not this month fucking me around, but it is me needing to cut this short, unfortunately. Once we get into frickin' August, that's going to be the end of it, okay? Because I'm basically going to put my foot down and say, just fuck off already. To, like, everything. Work, the Matt stuff, all of that is just going to be told, fuck off while I stream. But regardless, that is the prologue of Azure Gleam done. I am already excited about this. And I hope to see you guys next time for the start of Azure Gleam, proper. And I honestly do not like that name, but there it is. So we're just going to do that. Anyways, I'm going to chop this off. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, I think that got cut off. It did. God damn it. Okay, well, all I really was saying was, as Wednesday would be the time in which I do that, but of course, since this is a pre-recorded VOD, you don't have to worry about that. So, to cover for her past Alex, Blue Wolf Alex of the Lore Walkers signing out. Have a good one.